Hey everyone, excited to bring to you another success story, another story of encouragement, another story of how you can win regardless of where you are here. We've got Roxanne today who came into the program not too long ago. I believe it was end of last summer, early fall, I believe, when we first talked, right?
It was October, yeah.
October, okay, yeah, because I remember it was just before I moved, and there was you and there's a few other people we talked to back then. So it was October you came in. Let's start here. What got you interested in and wanting to work with a coach? What was the kind of that line in the sand where you said, okay, I've got to bring on Mike and the team here?
That's a loaded question, but I went through some significant life changes.
Yeah.
I'm now a single mom, and it just seems that I kept getting like hit financially one after another. And then it got to the point where I sat down and I was like, oh my God, I am in way deeper than I thought. And one of my friends told me how she met this amazing coach and he could help me. So
awesome.
Then I decided to take the plunge, and then I met Jen, and we've been chatting since.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history. That is accurate.
I love it. So let me ask you this: before you joined us, before October, before we had that original call, what was going on financially? Did you feel like you were going further into debt at the time, or what was going on?
Yeah. So I became a single mom in November 2019. I bought my house.
Okay.
With the house came so many events, including infestation of bats. I had problems with floods. My well quit on me, so it just like kept going and going, and yeah, just like little things here and there. And with Jen, I've had a few hiccups since joining as well. So, but yeah. So, and then whenever I actually sat down and realized that, oh, I paid this amount for my house and I've put in this amount as well, I need to reconfigure and then start anticipating certain costs and be ready for it. And then I just kind of like didn't know how to tackle it on because I was so much in the red.
Yeah. So yeah, we talked about, there was some overwhelm there. You're feeling overwhelmed.
Yeah.
You mentioned you've been in the red. And you also mentioned that there were some hiccups in the program, which, by the way, guys, just because you join us and get on a path, just because you're committed to getting debt free does not mean life is smooth after that. Things still happen.
It doesn't stop life from happening, but you are better prepared to deal with it.
I like that. You're better prepared to deal with it. And like you have, you've slayed some debt here, and we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. What was the biggest, let me ask you this, because you joined October, hung out with us for a while here, started turning things around. What was the biggest aha moment for you?
It was actually in December. My dog passed away, and it had been throughout the year almost like $3,000 of investment. And when you love something so much, it doesn't, there's no price tag on that. But throughout this whole process and like going through it and the emotional roller coaster that came with it, I didn't have to take out any of my credit cards. So I was like,
cool.
That is such a relief. Like, obviously not during what I was going through, but afterwards, I think it was like a week or 2 weeks after talking with Jen. And then I was like, it dawned on me, like maybe 7 days after, that I used my, debit card and was fine and didn't have to worry about it or worry about paying it back because I had the cash flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So dealing with that emotional part of losing my dog and then not have the emotional financial stress related to it was such a blessing.
Yeah.
In that process.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, just having that confidence, knowing that you were able to take care of some serious and sad things, and it didn't cause additional stresses a month later with a bill coming in the mail, right? You were able to take care of it and mourn that loss and move forward in a good place.
Exactly. Like the energy I saved from the emotional and the mental stress of having to pay that debt later, I could concentrate on my loss, my children's loss, and then move forward. And it was much smoother. Then I couldn't say I lost another dog in June, and I did not have that, same effect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's quite sad. That's one of my big aha moments.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I ask, like, what are you most excited about now for the future? Like, now that you've had, the experience of taking care of some cleaning up of things and, you know, navigating some even difficulties in the program, what are you most looking forward to in the future?
I can honestly see my dream house, which has been a goal of mine for almost 10 years.
Wow.
And now I can literally say that I will probably be turning the key in less than 3 years.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome. I love
so
that.
I'm quite happy. Yeah, I have my Pinterest board is going crazy, but you know, we have the full floor plan. We should have the property by the end of this year. So then it's just starting to build and slowly it being ready. So
that's amazing.
Yes, and to anyone who's thinking about joining this program, honestly, being able to visualize my end goal and putting pictures to it and really like seeing it. I don't know how many times I talked about my red door in my dream house to Jen, but that makes it so real. It's so real, and that's what pushes me forward even now, having finished the program and like still working to be debt free and working towards my dream home. So the more picture, the more real it feels, you'll get it.
I love it. And so we've been able to cash flow unexpected events or you know, emergencies in life.
Yeah.
You've been able to pay off some debt. Let's talk about that. How much debt have you paid off?
So in 4 months, I'm up to, well, just under $14,000, but
14,000.
13 and some. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
that's amazing.
Yeah, and you've got the emergency fund too, correct? You got a little savings to put aside. Yeah, nice.
And I've even boosted it. Now it's double. So.
Woo!
Nice.
I love it. And then what's your time frame for being debt free? How far are you from being?
I'm about 5 months, so July should be my debt free zone.
Yes.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Right?
Neither can we.
Yeah.
What would you say to those people out there who are where you were before we connected? You know, maybe they're overwhelmed, maybe they're stressed out, maybe they're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to invest into, you know, because it is an investment to work with a coach and mentorship. What would you say to those people that are in that situation of where you were back in September, October, who are on the fence?
I would say that we are our own worst enemy and that we need to get free of our mental blocks for us to move forward. This is one of the most important investment you'll be making in yourself and into your family's situation. And honestly, long-term wealth for you and your loved ones is definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. And that's the goal, you know, with everyone watching here. It's like, this is my opinion, and I think Jen would agree with this, and even Roxanne would agree with this. Your debt-free journey, honestly, in my opinion, should be 24 months. We're talking consumer debt, credit cards, lines of credits, cars, and all that stuff. 24 months to become debt-free. Once you're debt-free, you're now in what we call the wealth building stage. You're investing in yourself. You're building that emergency fund. Maybe you're investing in your kids. You know, in Canada, it's RESPs. In the US, you know, we're talking about, you know, I think it's 501 or ESAs as well in the US. But it's like, really, the rest of your life should be in wealth building activities, buying a home, all that stuff. You should have spent your whole life trying to knock off debt, because that's what we call a cycle. Just, you know, when we're 5 years, 10 years, 15 years in doing this, that's a cycle. And the fact that you joined us in October, and by July, so less than a year, you're going to be debt free. It's huge.
Yeah, it'll be $33,000 gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
$33,000. And what's that? 9 months? 9 months roughly? I think
approximately
October.
9 months,
Yeah, approximately 9 months. Wow, you are a rock star.
Well, I think we can all be rock stars. That's the choice of this program.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
So good. So good. Oh, we are so excited for you, and we are so proud of you. Like, you've overcome, you know, some challenges, and, you know, in the midst of those, you still maintain that positive viewpoint, right? And still been able to continue to look forward. I would say a lot of your success as well, like working alongside with coaches, was even just your own attitude and your ability to look forward and to picture it in high definition. So those two things together, it's like, boom.
Dream in HD, right? That whole idea.
Yeah,
I want a better future than I have now.
Yeah.
Yes, and there's so many key elements in all the training we do and all the learnings we do in this program. Example, like this dream house I keep referring to, my goal is to try to pay it completely and do not have that extra. Yeah, exactly. Nice. So if all goes well, I should be able to, or have a very small mortgage that I'll be able to pay off in 2 to 3 years. So
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, you're gonna be ultra wealthy, and I can tell just not because of the numbers, but because of your attitude. You've got the attitude of a successful person, and you following the plan. There's no reason why you won't be ultra wealthy. Your kids, won't be able to benefit from that, and you're changing your family tree is what you're doing.
Exactly, and again, like with the question you asked earlier, our biggest thing is our mental blocks. Once you get rid of those and you see a different way of doing things, it's limitless, really.
Yeah, I love that. It's limitless. You're right. It really, we are our own limits, right? Let me ask you this. We ask this every time here, but let me ask you this here, because I think I know the answer. Hopefully I know the answer, but let me ask it anyways. If we were to give you the investment back in exchange for your old situation back.
Yeah, no, you can keep it.
Keep the investment. You like the new situation better, don't you?
Okay. Yes.
Good.
And we keep referring to the mental part of it, but that is such a big issue, to not have to worry about debts or anything. I wake up in the morning and I know that by the end of the week, there'll be X amount paid off again. So that itself just boosts my own confidence as, a mom, a woman, a worker. Like it expands to so much more in your life that you can realize until you actually do the program.
Yeah, it covers a bit more self-care there, right?
Yeah, it takes away so much pressure and so much weight off anyone's shoulder to know that, you're good no matter what happens.
Yeah. You sleep different at nighttime when you're like,
exactly.
The wind, the roof could leak tonight and I'll be fine. It's not a big deal. Exactly. I've got the money to fix it.
Yeah,
you sleep differently. And I'd say this, you mentioned this a few times, so let me just dive into this. The mental, the emotional, okay? Those are huge things when it comes to money with money. Like, if you think learning how to do a budget is going to help you win, there's a good chance, a budget's one tool of many tools you need to win, financially speaking. When you build a house, you don't build a house with a hammer. You got a whole bunch of different tools you got. And budgets are fine, but doing a budget alone, or thinking that learning how to do a budget alone is going to be the one thing that saves you, it's not. Because like Roxanne was saying earlier, it's the limiting beliefs, it's the emotional, the stress out, the overwhelm, the frustration, the self-doubt. So there's a lot of that. And if you don't change that, it doesn't matter what we throw at you or what you get or what you inherit, you'll always go back to that. We talked about the internal thermostat in our group calls there, but you always go back to that person you were. And so until you change your identity around money, and identity being your limiting beliefs, your stress and self-sabotaging, emotions that we talk a lot of times, until that changes, nothing really changes. But when that changes, everything changes.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like you say, it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
Right? You keep going back and back. And this process, the first 6 weeks, I would say, is so uncomfortable because you're stepping outside your comfort zone, ways you're used to thinking and ways you're, not used to seeing or understanding properly until you do the whole training and the whole process. But those 6 weeks, if you have a clear vision and you keep pushing forward, you'll see the reward right away.
Yeah.
I actually saved a quote. It says, if you're serious about change, you have to go through uncomfortable situations and stop trying to dodge the process. It's the only way to grow.
Wow. You need to come on and just teach for people. Because you're dropping all these knowledge bombs right now. Just come and teach, okay? But it's so true.
Evening programs, no problem.
Change doesn't happen in comfort.
No.
It's. I wish it did. I wish I could eat Big Macs and get fit. Like, I really wish I could. But unfortunately, the more Big Macs I eat, the more unfit I get. And so.
That's a funny example because you can get fit while eating Big Macs.
I knew someone would say that one day.
Yeah, but your body and everything inside of it will not be healthy.
Yeah.
And that is all surface stuff, right? Which we are comfortable with, which again pushes you outside your comfort zone whenever you actually deal with those. So
Yeah, it's that, like you said earlier, it's that internal world that you got to really work on.
Yeah.
Because if that doesn't change, then the external will eventually fall apart at some
Exactly.
point too, right?
Yeah.
So hey, for anyone out there that is watching, and you're like, how do I get those results? How do I do what Roxanne's done? How do I change that emotional energy? I've been stuck. Do the exact same thing Roxanne did. You reached out. I think we hopped on a quick 15-minute call just to check in, see where things were at, and then we hopped on another call after that, and you were all in. Reach out. If you're a good fit, I'll walk you through what we do, how we do it, and if you're not a good fit, then I won't make you, and I won't do it for you. We only want to work with those that we can really help. And if I make you an offer, it's because I'm confident that you can be in a similar situation here. But I'll reach out, 15-minute call, moneycoachmike.com/15. There's no sales pitches, none of that stuff. But we'll hop on, we'll see if we can help. And if we can help, we'll move forward from there. And if we can't, then I'll send you some resources to get started. But, I'll say this, like Roxanne was saying earlier, it's uncomfortable. Yeah, I'll tell you that right away. It's going to be uncomfortable, but it's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think she would say that too. It's uncomfortable, but it's worth it. And when you get on the other side of your comfort zone, you get everything you want on the other side of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
When it comes to your finances there. And so, yeah, check that out. Moneycoachmike.com /15. We'll hop on, see where you're at. And if we can help you, we'll walk you through how we can do it. So you're going to be debt free in July this is 2022 that we're recording this for anyone that's watching this in the future. So July of 2022. What's your goal after that? What's next?
Dream home.
The home.
My
That's
dream
what we're
home
going
and
after, the dream home. Okay.
Yeah, the dream home and start investing.
Awesome.
Nice.
And so let's do this. When you are debt free, obviously we're going to stay in touch. But when you're debt free, can we have you back on to do a dream scream?
Oh, absolutely. I have no issues sharing my dream home. That's one of my dreams. That's what keeps me motivated.
Yes. Love it.
Awesome. So in July, we're going to have you back on. July, August, we'll have you back on. We're going to celebrate you becoming debt free. And now working towards that dream home and all the other fun stuff. Now we get to do the fun stuff. We've done the hard work. Now we get to do the fun stuff.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah. Everybody that goes through this program will surprise themselves and be amazed with themselves. It is so gratifying.
Well, appreciate that. Thank you for sharing that. And yeah, that's what we do here. Jen's a magic maker. I don't know how she does it, but she's got this magic ball. And when she works with you, all of a sudden the magic happens.
I second that.
Thank you. It works to have good teammates too.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome teammates on the coaching side and awesome teammates on the team side. And Roxanne, we're so proud of you. We're so excited. I was honored to have worked with you and watch the first steps of your journey. And I mean, we're going to stay in touch and we can hardly wait to see you win.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's end here. Any last words of wisdom, Jen, Roxanne, any last words of wisdom you want to share and impart amongst those watching?
Just take the first step.
Yeah. Take the first step and believe that you have what it takes to make it happen.
And if you don't, we'll make you believe it. At some point, we'll make you believe it. It starts with belief. I think that's where it starts, is belief. Belief that you can have a different life. Believe that life can be different than what it is for you right now. If you're not waking up excited every day, overwhelmed with gratitude, and just where you're going, I think we need to shift some beliefs around your life. Let's move forward. Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Roxanne. Everyone listening here, you know what to do. If you want to change your life, you know exactly what to do. We just talked about that. Go and get it done. We'll walk you through how to do it. And our goal last year, Roxanne, so you were part of this number last year. Last year, we paid off all the clients we worked with. We did $1.7 million of paid off, $1.7 million. So you were part of that number as well. This year, what's our goal this year, Jen? Are we 2.5 this year?
2.5 is the big goal.
2.5 is a big, hairy, audacious goal. Will we hit it? That's our goal to hit it. We'll see what happens on December 31st when we announce what we've done. But Roxanne, your numbers this year will be a part of that too, because you got some numbers this year you're paying. So,
I'm happy to contribute.
Anyone else that wants to contribute getting out of debt, let's do it. We'll contribute to that goal. $2.5 million of debt paid off, lives changed, and creating millionaires every day. That's what we want to do with you guys. We love you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.